Simple Syllabus has an accessibility checker that can help you look for accessibility issues that may be present within your syllabus. So let's go ahead and find that tool. You'll want to make sure that you're viewing your syllabus. If you've already published out your syllabus, you're going to want to start out by clicking Edit. This will be located in the upper right-hand corner. Now, if you click into your syllabus and it already says View there instead of Edit, you're all set. You're in the edit mode. As we go through, you may be wondering, where is this accessibility checker? It will always be located in the lower right-hand corner. And it's going to be this little person within a circle. And then if you have any accessibility issues, you're going to see the count of them within a smaller circle just to the side of the person. Now, to go through these issues, you simply click on the icon, and then you're going to see the accessibility panel pop open. So let's go through the checker and resolve some of these common accessibility pitfalls. So issue number 1, it says text smaller than 18 point or bold 14 point should display a minimum contrast ratio of 4.5 to 1. So simply being, we need a darker color. It provides this nice range of color, so if you want to still keep it in the yellow range, we can just go a little bit darker here. So let's go ahead and use some of those recommendations. So I'm going to make this bigger. Let's go with 30. Let's try bold, and let's make it maybe a little bit darker still. There. So it looks like we still need a little bit more. And once we've hit it, you'll see that the number has reduced and it's pulled us into issue number 2. All right, so if we take a look at issue number 2, it's letting us know that our image doesn't have alt text. You have 2 options with images. If the image is not important, doesn't contribute to any context or information on the components in your syllabus, you can simply mark it as decorative. Now this is an example of an image where I would actually want to give it alt text because it contains text within the image. And it's also a quote I'd like my students to know. I can say a quote from Maya Angelou saying, "Do the best you can until you know better. Then, when you know better, do better." There we go. Now we're on to 3, which it says lists should be formatted as lists. This one can be a little bit confusing, but what it's essentially talking about is, when you want to make a list, try to avoid manually writing out the numbers and then writing and then hitting enter and then doing all of that. There's a really, really simple way of creating a list, and it's usually within the toolbar of whatever writing program or rich text editor you're using, and starting out here for it to do all of the list formatting for you. So let's go ahead and have the checker do that for us. We're just going to check off format as a list, and it's changed those into a properly formatted lists. When a list is made this way, it's much easier for screen readers to navigate a list. So let's keep on going. All right, now we're to a table. It says table should have a caption that describes what the table is about. This is something that gets read aloud, and it also provides nice context for tables in general. So there we go. Very easy. Now it has its caption. And let's go ahead and hit next and see what else we have. So now it looks like tables should have a header. So let's add a table header. And it's added a row here in gray. And we can go ahead and input the headers. Now this might show up for a table that already looks like it has headers. What's really going on is, if I show an example, what appears to be a header row is actually just a regular row. And in the background, it's not actually being designated as the header row. I know this is a little bit technical, but again, it's sort of like the list where it's been manually written out, but it's not been set as a header, which in that case, it's just going to be very similar. You will be able to check off add table header here and just rewrite what you have as headers in that now top gray row, right? And then you can click into the old header row and then click the row button here and then just delete that row. So that's what you really want to see, is that gray row here with the bold text. That will really indicate that this is a properly set up header structure for your table. Another indicator that you have a properly set up header structure is that when you click into any cell, we get this extra table toolbar. You'll want to see that the table header button is highlighted in blue. And all right. So once you're done with all the accessibility issues, you'll get this little pop-up here. Now you may have noticed that even though there were 10 issues, I only went over a few. That's just because the other ones were just repetitive. So now that the accessibility checker is all set, we can take another look at the icon and notice that there is no longer any hovering number. And also, if you hover over it, it will say no accessibility issues detected. Now, this is really great to review your syllabus to double check that it is accessible. It's not always perfect. So if you see something that still looks a little weird, especially with tables, they can be a little bit more complex to fix. Feel free to reach out to us, or you can also hit the help button here and create an email ticket with Simple Syllabus staff. They're super, super responsive. Just explain what's going on and they'll be there to help you. If you're having issues updating your traditional table to be accessible, try out our new tentative course schedule component. It's very easy to use. You may need to consolidate some of your table content. For example, in here you would put, like, say, week 1 and also the topic. Like so. This table is inherently accessible. It's set up. There's no way for it to become inaccessible later on if you update it, and we highly recommend giving this a shot. Now, before we end this, I just want to show one caveat that the checker won't pick up at the moment, but will be good for you to look out for on your syllabus. Let's say you paste in a link, and then you can hit enter, and it will automatically make it clickable and active. But you'll also want to just take a look at it and make sure it's descriptive. If it's just showing the whole URL like this, we really want to make that a little bit easier to read. So if we click into it, we can click the edit link button. And then in the text field, we can describe where the link is going. So for this link, it's going to the Bristol Register page on the Bristol homepage. So I'm going to give that as the description. So that is how you use the accessibility checker within Simple Syllabus.